AOS. Adequate operating system. Not a framework. Not a library. Not a tool. AOS is a formal language architecture. 5 levels. 3 objects. 1 rule. Every discipline on Earth already speaks a language. Software speaks Java. Medicine speaks diagnosis. Law speaks verdict. Engineering speaks specification. Arabic speaks root and pattern. Each language is correct within its domain. Each is isolated from every other. The cost of that isolation. Translation. Pipeline. Complexity. Time. Is the problem AOS was built to solve. AOS does not replace those languages. AOS names them. AOS connects them. AOS runs them. All under one formal architecture. 5 levels. Strict hierarchy. 3 atomic objects. 1 coherent rule. That is the whole of it. Nothing more. Nothing less. Welcome to AOS. Java builds a jar file. The pipeline. Maven. Gradle. Build.xml. JDK. Dependency management. Artifact repository. UML produces a diagram. The pipeline. Umbrello. 47 diagram types. Export configuration. Stylesheet. Docbook renders a document. The pipeline. XML. DTD. XSLT. Custom stylesheet. Validation. 3 disciplines. 3 pipelines. 3 completely different worlds. A Java developer cannot read a docbook document. A docbook author cannot read a UML model. Why? Because they share no language. They share no architecture. Each discipline reinvented meaning from scratch. The cost is not just complexity. The cost is isolation. The cost is the permanent impossibility of a shared formal thought. AOS is the answer. Not a better pipeline. The elimination of the pipeline. What remains after the pipeline disappears? Name. Fact. Target. That is all that ever mattered. The first object. Name. Identity. The atomic carrier of reference. In AOS, a name is not a label. A label is decoration. Decoration can be removed. Identity cannot. Name is the beginning of existence in AOS. Before any fact can be stated. Before any target can be named. Before any operation can be fired. The thing must be named. In software, the class. In medicine, the diagnosis. In law, the plaintiff. In Arabic, the root. In the universe of 42, the question. In every discipline, the same object. Name. 1 word. 1 function. 1 foundation. Nothing in AOS exists without a name. No expression is valid without a name. No sentence can be formed without a name. Name is not the most important object. It is the only possible beginning. The second object. Fact. Truth. The carrier of reality. Not opinion. Not interpretation. Not metaphor. Not approximation. Fact. In AOS, a fact binds a name to what is true about it. Name identifies the thing. Fact declares its reality. In software, the method signature. The contract between caller and called. In medicine, the test result. The biological truth. In law, the evidence on record. The established truth before the court. In every case, fact is what cannot be argued. Fact is what holds. When name meets fact, structure forms. You know what the thing is. You know what is true about it. You are halfway to an expression. 2 objects. Already. Meaning is taking shape. The third object will give it direction. But fact comes first, truth before motion. Always. The third object. Target. Direction. Purpose. The destination. Where is this going? What is the outcome? What service is demanded? Target is not part of the process. This distinction is fundamental in AOS. Target is not how. Target is where. The how follows the architecture. The target precedes it. Target is the second level dynamic. Operational. service, good. In software, the deployed artifact, the running system. In medicine, remission, recovery, health. In law, the verdict, justice. In engineering, the validated system. In every discipline, target is what the discipline exists to deliver. Name gives identity, fact gives truth, target gives direction. 3 objects, 1 complete unit of meaning, 1 expression. From this, everything in AOS is built. Sentences, operations, artifacts, services. 3 objects, 1 universe. An expression is the fundamental unit of AOS meaning. 3 objects in formation, name, fact, target. 1 coherent declaration, not a command yet, not an operation yet. An expression is the statement of intent, complete and coherent. Consider, buy, price known, asset acquired. 3 objects, 1 expression. The system reads it, the system understands it. No ambiguity, no missing parts. Consider, mortgage, collateral bound, property secured. Another expression, roll, dice in play, outcome recorded. Another, pay, debt acknowledged, balance cleared. Each expression, 3 objects, 1 meaning. The expression does not execute, the expression declares. From declaration comes sentence. From sentence comes operation. From operation comes artifact. Everything in AOS begins at the expression, name, fact, target, the indivisible unit of formal meaning. A sentence is an expression invoking an operation. The moment an expression reaches a dictionary, it becomes a sentence. Buy, mortgage, roll, pay. These are not words. These are sentences. Executable meaning already running on the JUX system today. AOS does not define what buy means in the abstract. AOS executes buy in the correct dictionary, at the correct time, in the correct context. In the JUX software dictionary, buy acquires an asset through a defined financial transaction. In a medical dictionary, buy procures a treatment. In a legal dictionary, buy enters a binding contract. Same sentence, different dictionary, completely different operation, completely different artifact. The sentence is stable. The dictionary determines the execution. 1 language, every discipline, executable meaning, running now. A dictionary is the complete vocabulary of a discipline, organized, with every expression mapped to its operation. 1 dictionary per user discipline. Software has the JUX dictionary. Buy, mortgage, roll, pay, all sentences, all running. Medicine will have its dictionary. Symptom to outcome. Law will have its dictionary. Claim to verdict. Engineering will have its dictionary. Requirement to validated system. Arabic linguistics already has its dictionary. Root to derivative. The universe of 42 has its own 8 expressions. A terminal C executable already live. A dictionary is not a glossary. A dictionary is a discipline's complete formal language. The dictionary is the context. Same expression, different dictionary, different operation, different artifact, different world. 1 AOS, many dictionaries, every discipline, 1 language. Context is not a 6th level of AOS. This is a critical architectural decision. Context is not a structure. Context is the active dictionary at the moment of interpretation. Without context, interpretation is suspended. The formal rule is exact. Interpret expression. Suspended. Interpret expression in dictionary. Operation executes. 1 rule. No exceptions. The same expression enters. A different dictionary is active. A different operation fires. A different artifact is produced. No ambiguity. No conflict. No contradiction. The dictionary selects the context. The context selects the operation. The operation produces the artifact. MNMNM selects the dictionary. The human moves. The architecture responds. Always. In current context. This is AOS 1. The formal multidiscipline interpreter. One language. Infinite disciplines. One rule. Always in current context. That is the whole of AOS. Context. Every discipline produces formal outputs. Software produces jar files. Through Maven, Gradle, build scripts, dependency graphs, JDK configuration. UML produces diagram sets. Through Umbrello, 47 diagram types. Export profiles. DocBook produces rendered documents. Through XML, DTD, XSLT, custom style sheets. Each output has a pipeline. Each pipeline has a cost configuration. Maintenance, expertise, time, failure points. AOS eliminates the pipeline entirely. The formal rule. Execute expression in dictionary. Artifact. That is the complete statement. No Maven. No Umbrello. No XSLT. Name. Fact. Target. Execute. Artifact. The artifact is the direct output of an operation. AOS exposes the artifact directly, not the pipeline that produced it. The pipeline is the culture bug. AOS does not patch the culture bug. AOS removes it. Execute expression in dictionary. Artifact. One rule. No pipeline. MNMNM. Minimum natural moves noting method. In Arabic, miniature painting. The ancient art of maximum meaning from minimum strokes. MNMNM is the shell of AOS. The interface between the human being and the formal language architecture. You do not type a command. You do not fill a form. You do not open a menu. You do not navigate a pipeline. You move. Minimum moves. Natural moves. The moves your hands already know. MNMNM reads the move. MNMNM selects the dictionary. MNMNM fires the expression. AOS executes. The artifact appears. From human gesture to formal operation. In minimum natural strokes. The complete chain. MNMNM selects context. AOS interprets expression. Operation fires. Artifact delivered. Validated by the textual frequency law of Liu and colleagues. Minimum input. Maximum output. Maximum meaning. That is the AOS shell. That is MNMNM. AOS does not describe a system. AOS describes the language that runs systems 5 levels. Strict hierarchy. 3 atomic objects. 1 formal rule. Name. Fact. Target. From these 3 objects, every expression in every dictionary in every discipline on Earth can be formed. Software. Medicine. Law. Engineering. Linguistics. The universe of 42. All coherent. All executable. All producing artifacts. Directly. Without pipeline cost. The diamond is the architecture. Clear. Precise. Unbreakable. The rainbow is the vision. Every discipline. Every color. One light. Jux is the first dictionary. Software. Already written. Already running. Already live. AOS is open. MIT license. Free. Forever. The language is ready. The architecture is sound. The dictionaries are forming. The artifacts are live. The vision is now. AOS. Adequate operating system. Wonder.